Rajasthani is a language of the Indo-Aryan languages family. It is spoken by 20 million people in Rajasthan and neighbouring states of India and Pakistan, or 50 million if Marwari is counted as Rajasthani, as it often is. It is one of the languages descended from Old Western Rajasthani, also known as Maru-Gujar or Maruwani, the other being modern Gujarati. History: Old Gujarati or Maru-Gujar or Marwani or Gujar Borkha, ancestor of Gujarati and Rajasthani, was spoken by the Gujars in Gujarat and Rajasthan. Texts of this era display characteristic Gujarati features such as direct oblique noun forms, postpositions, and auxiliary verbs. It had 3 genders as Gujarati does today. By around 1300 CE a fairly standardized form of this language emerged. While generally known as Old Gujarati, some scholars prefer the name of Old Western Rajasthani, based on the argument that Gujarati and Rajasthani were not distinct at the time. Also factoring into this preference was the belief that modern Rajasthani sporadically expressed a neuter gender, based on the incorrect conclusion that the angstrom copyright that came to be pronounced in some areas for masculine o after a nasal consonant was analogous to Gujarati's neuter angstrom copyright. A formal grammar of the precursor to this language was written by Jain monk and eminent scholar Hemachandra Suri in the reign of Solanki king Siddharaj Jayasena of Anilwara. Classification: the Rajasthani language is a Western Indo-Aryan language, although some classify it as a part of the Central Indo-Aryan family. Geographical distribution: most of the Rajasthani dialects are chiefly spoken in the state of Rajasthan but are also spoken in Gujarat, Haryana and Punjab. Rajasthani is spoken in the Bahawalpur and Multan sectors of the Pakistani provinces of Punjab and Tharparkar district of Sindh. It merges with Rajasthan and Saraiki in Bahawalpur and Multan areas, respectively. It comes in contact with Sindhi from Dera Rahim Yarkhan through Sukkur and Umakot. Many linguists agree that it shares many phonological, morphological and syntactic features with Rajasthan and Saraiki. However, further inquiry is needed. A distribution of the geographical area can be found in Linguistic Survey of India by George A. Grierson. Dialects: major varieties of Rajasthani languages are Marwari, about 5 million speakers in Razamand, Bhilwara, Udaipur, and Chittorgarh districts of Rajasthan state of India. Bagri, about 5 million speakers in Hanumangarh and Sriganganagar districts of Rajasthan, Sirsa and Hisar districts of Haryana. It is spoken in Fazilka and in some villages of Mukatsa district of Punjab of India as minority language. Bahawalpur and Banawalnagar areas of Punjab of Pakistan. Shklawati, about 3 million speakers in Churu, Jhanjhunu and Sikar districts of Rajasthan. Ayarati, spoken in Mahendragarh and Rewari districts of Haryana. Marwari, about 13 million speakers in western Rajasthan comprising Jodhpur, Pali, Siri, Jalore, Jaisama, Churu, Bikaner, Nagaon, Ajmer, and Barmer districts of Rajasthan. It is also spoken in eastern parts of Upper Sindh province of Pakistan. Dundhari, about 9 million persons in Jaipur, Dausa, Tonk, Ajmer, Crawley and Sawai Madhopur districts of Rajasthan. It was first surveyed by G. McLeister, who published specimens of 15 varieties of Dundhari spoken in the territory of the former state of Jaipur in 1898. Hadoti, about 4 million speakers in Kota, Bundi, Beran and Jalore districts of Rajasthan. It is a nominative marker which is absent in other dialects of Rajasthani. Wagdi, about 3.5 million speakers in Banswara, Dungarpur, Kushalgarh, and Pratapgarh districts of Rajasthan state of India. Mewati, about 5 million speakers in Wat region of Haryana, Gurgaon and Mewat districts, and adjoining Alwar district of Rajasthan. Other major dialects languages are Datki, Goria, Gadwari, Lorki Gate Lahore, Gujarati, Gurgula, Lambadi, Malvi, Namadi. Official status: in the past, the language spoken in Rajasthan was regarded as a dialect of Western Hindi. George Abraham Grierson was the first scholar who gave the designation Rajasthani to the language, which was earlier known through its dialects. Today, however, Satya Akademi, National Academy of Letters and University Grants Commission recognize it as a distinct language. It is taught as such in the universities of Jodhpur and Udaipur. The Board of Secondary Education, Rajasthan included Rajasthani in the course of studies and it has been an optional subject since 1973. Since 1947, several movements have been campaigning in Rajasthan for its recognition, but it is still considered a dialect of Hindi. Recently, the Rajasthan government has recognized it as a state language, but there is still a long way for the language to go towards national status. It still lacks a comprehensive reference grammar and contemporary dictionary based on a thorough linguistic survey of Rajasthan. Currently an extensive descriptive grammar of Rajasthani is being recorded. Writing system: in India, Rajasthani is written in the Devanagari script, an abugida which is written from left to right. Besides, Maurya script was in use for business purposes only. In Pakistan, where Rajasthani is considered a minor language, a variant of the Sindhi script is used to write Rajasthani dialects. Salient features: phonology, Rajasthani has 10 vowels and 31 consonants. 3 lexical tones, low, mid, high. 3 implosives. Abundance of front open vowel. Morphology: Rajasthani has 2 numbers and 2 genders with 3 cases. Postpositions are of 2 categories: euro-inflectional and derivational. Derivational mostly omitted in actual discourse. Syntax: Rajasthani belongs to the languages that mix 3 types of case marking systems. Nominative via euro-accusative, transitive and intransitive subjects have similar case marking, different from that of transitive object. Absolutive ergative, tripartite. There is a general tendency existing in the languages with split nominal systems. The split is usually conditioned by the reference of the core NPs, the probability of ergative marking increasing from left to right in the following nominal hierarchy: first-person pronouncer euro second-person pronouncer euro demonstratives and third-person pronouncer euro proper nouncer euro common nouns. Rajasthani split case marking system partially follows this hierarchy. First and second-person pronouns have similar A and S marking, the other pronouns and singular nouns are showing attrition of AS opposition. Agreement: 1. Rajasthani combines accusative tripartite marking and nominal system with consistently ergative verbal concord. The verb agrees with both marked and unmarked O in number and gender. Another peculiar feature of Rajasthani is the split in verbal concord when the participial component of a predicate agrees with ONP while the auxiliary verb might agree with ANP. 2. Stative participle from transitive verbs may agree with the agent. 3. Honorific agreement of feminine noun implies masculine plural form both in its modifiers and in the verb. In Hindi and Punjabi only a few combinations of the transitive verbs with their direct objects may form past participles modifying the agent. One can say in Hindi, a euro Hindi I coined me a euro unregistered trademark a euro a man who has learned Hindi a euro unregistered trademark or a euro SAARII boardha or a euro unregistered trademark a euro a woman in sari a euro unregistered trademark. But a euro club parolid me a euro a man who has read a book a euro unregistered trademark is impossible. Semantic features of verbs whose perfective participles may be used as modifiers are described in. Rajasthani seems to have less constraints on this usage, compare bad in Hindi but normal in Rajasthani. Rajasthani has retained an important feature of ergative syntax lost by the other representatives of modern Western New Indo-Aryan, namely, the free omission of agent NP from the perfective transitive clause. Rajasthani is the only Western NIA language where the reflexes of Old Indo-Aryan synthetic passive have penetrated into the perfective domain. Rajasthani as well as the other NIA languages shows deviations from Baker a euro unregistered trademark S mirror principle, that requires the strict pairing of morphological and syntactic operations. The general rule is that the second causative formation implies a mediator in the argument structure. However, some factors block addition of an extra agent into the causative construction. In the typical Indo-Aryan relative-correlative construction, the modifying clause is usually marked by a member of the J set of relative pronouns, adverbs and other words, while the correlative in the main clause is identical with a remote demonstrative. Gujarati and Marathi frequently delete the proposed J element. In Rajasthani, the relative pronoun or adverb may also be deleted from the subordinate clause buta as distinct from the neighbouring naya relative pronoun or adverb may be used instead of correlative. Relative pronoun jakal may be used not only in relative correlative constructions, but also in complex sentences with cause-effect relations. Prominent linguists and their work and year, note, works concerned only with linguistics, not with literature, Kansen Pariah, English, Sanskrit, Hindi, Marwari, Rajasthani, 1940, Onvita Abai, Bagri, 1993, Christopher Shackle, Bagri and Saraiki, 1976, David Major, Marwari, 1983, George Abraham Grayasona. Almost all the dialects of Rajasthani, 1920, George McAllister, Dundhari and Shkawati, 1892, Gopal Pariah, Bagri, 2004. Present, John D. Smith, Rajasthani, 1970. Present, J. C. Sharma, Gate Lahore, Bagri or Billy, Gori, 1970. Present, Kali Charan. Bal, Rajasthani, 1971. 1989, K. C. Agrawal, Shkawati, 1964, L. P. Tessitri, Rajasthani and Marwari, 1914. 16, Lakhangushan, All the Dialects of Rajasthani, 1990. Present, Ludmila Kaklava, Rajasthani and Marwari, 1990. Present, Narottam Das Swami, Rajasthani and Marwari, 1960, Peter E. Hook, Rajasthani and Marwari, 1986, Ramkaran Asirpa, Rajasthani and Marwari, 1890. 1920, Sitaram Lalas, Rajasthani language, 1950. 1970, Sobhagya Singh Shkawat Rajasthani, a Rajasthani Shabd Kosh Part 1. Sansojhan Parivardhan, 1945. Present, Suniti Kumar Chatterjee, Rajasthani, 1948. 49, W. S. Allen, Harauti and Rajasthani, 1955. 60, Works on Rajasthani grammar. See also, List of Rajasthani poets, Rajasthani literature, Rajasthani people, references. External links, Centre for Rajasthani Studies.